perder na meia-final do play-off frente ao Derby County. Então, Frank Lampard. Também já abordaremos a última temporada de ambas as equipas. O Cagliari sofreu um pouco para conseguir a manutenção no principal escalão do futebol italiano, na Série A, e encara esta nova época com a perspectiva de tentar passar por menos problemas do que aquilo que aconteceu na última temporada. O Cagliari que organiza então esta partida e que já lançou os 11, embora, e há aqui essa nota para ser dada, embora não tenha avançado com os números. E então vamos tentar aqui juntar o seu a seu dono nesta transmissão Eleven Sports. Demoraremos alguns minutos com certeza, mas há que referir também aqueles que são os principais nomes de ambas as equipas. Do lado do Leeds United, destaque para a presença do português Hélder Costa, que está emprestado pelo Wolverhampton e que vai ser titular nesta partida. Ele que até marcou no último particular realizado pela equipa do Leeds, equipa orientada pelo mítico técnico argentino Marcelo Bielsa. Tem também na baliza Kiko Casillas e Pablo Hernández, outro jogador espanhol que também fez uma carreira muito interessante, nomeadamente jogou e foi formado no Valência. Kiko Casillas, antigo guarda-redes, normalmente suplente do Real Madrid. Onde vemos ali Hélder Costa, é o número 17, esse já conseguimos rapidamente identificar. Pablo Hernández é o número 19. Ora, do lado do Cagliari, as duas equipas vão jogar num sistema parecido, 4-3-3, um 4-5-1 a defender. Do lado do Cagliari, como dizia, eu destacaria aqui o João Pedro Galvão, é o camisola 10, com passagens por Portugal. Ele jogou no Vitória de Guimarães e no Estoril Praia, com mais sucesso na equipa do Estoril. Vemos então aqui os dois capitães de equipa, Liam Cooper e também o camisola 23, Luca Cepitelli, capitão da formação do Cagliari. Tudo pronto então quase tudo pronto para o início da partida. Um jogo em que o Cagliari vai então entrar com Alessio Cragno na baliza, depois Federico Mattiello, Luca Cepitelli, Ragnar Klavan e Karis Likogiannis. Meio campo para Marco Roque, uma das principais contratações da temporada, vem do Nápoles por empréstimo. Este é Leonardo Pavoletti, o avançado. Ainda no meio campo, Arthur Janita e Cristian Oliva. E depois mais na frente, junto do Pavoletti, João Pedro Galvão e também Walter Birsa, jogador que já passou, entre outros, pelo AC Milan. Hélder Costa a começar à esquerda do ataque inglês, Pablo Hernández à direita. E o Patrick Bamford é o homem mais adiantado, camisola 9 desta formação. A equipa do Leeds aparentemente com 3 defesas centrais. Já está. Parece ser o sistema com que inicia a equipa inglesa. Primeiro passa à procura de Hélder Costa, bem no corte Federico Mattiello. Isola 3 desta equipa italiana. Conseguimos também descoordenar ali o Calvin Phillips, que é o camisola 23, médio defensivo do Leeds United. Agora ali falta assinalada ao ataque inglês com a Bamford a derrubar o seu marcador, que era o Karis Likogiannis. Tínhamos ali Marco Rog, que de facto é um jogador que espera ter esta temporada a capacidade de poder jogar muitos minutos. Este croata, que é jogador do Nápoles, ele na temporada passada ainda esteve emprestado ao Sevilha, mas acabou por não ser também muito utilizado, ou pelo menos tanto quanto quereria, na Liga Espanhola. Ele com a bola, no centro de elevada qualidade, Marco Rog. Este é Pablo Hernández, muito bem a conseguir ali livrar-se da marcação de Walter Bielsa. Para aqui a combinação de Rog com Pavoletti. João Pedro Galvão, mas havia fora de jogo assinalado ao ataque do Cagliari. Pontapé livre para ser batido pelo experiente Kiko Casella. Continuamos também aqui a tentar, por todos os meios, encontrar as constituições com os números e com as posições. Alguns já arrumámos aqui a maior parte. A equipa do Cagliari já a demos de forma completa, embora também já tenhamos dado a equipa do Leeds, com Berardi, Ben White, Liam Cooper e Leif Davis à frente daqui com o Casinha. Depois Calvin Phillips, Adam Forshaw e Matheus Clich no meio campo. Helder Costa, Pablo Hernández e Patrick Bamford são os homens mais adiantados. Cá está o português Helder Costa. Do lado do Cagliari, o técnico é Rolando Maran. Aí está ele, 56 anos. Este italiano cumpre a segunda temporada no Cagliari. Técnico muito experiente também na Série A. Do outro lado, Marcelo Bielsa, 64 anos. O argentino cumpre também a segunda temporada no Leeds United, depois de ter estado em França, no Marseille e no Lille. Em Espanha, no Athletic Bilbao. O selecionador do Chile, da Argentina. Uma personalidade especial de Marcelo Bielsa. Na época passada ficou muito perto de fazer regressar o Leeds ao principal escalão do futebol inglês. Christian Oliva a atrasar. É para Ragnar Klavan. Vai resultar ali a saída para o ataque. Toque de cabeça de Bielsa a não sair bem. Pontapé de baliza para o Leeds United. Onde vemos aqui um dos elementos da equipa técnica do Leeds a dar indicações para o relevado. Marcelo Bielsa poderá estar na bancada. É um treinador que por vezes surpreende. Ou então está ali sentado na sua geleira. Também uma imagem característica. Este é Rolando Maran, ou era Rolando Maran. Ganha de cabeça Janita. Mas ali muita luta pela bola. Passa agora para Liam Cooper. Equipa do Leeds a jogar com Pablo Hernández. O Ben White é também um dos jogadores que está ali na zona central. E agora ouviu-se esta entrada de Federico Mattiello sobre Helder Costa. Vai-se justificando ali o lateral direito do Cagliari. De facto uma entrada bem durinha esta. Está Helder Costa. Lançamento de linha lateral, Pablo Hernández. O árbitro indica que houve falta e por isso é pontapé livre, já batido. Bamford a combinar bem, atenção agora aqui a equipa do Leeds. O passe para a esquerda para Leif Davis. Combinar com Helder Costa. Mas depois o entendimento a não surgir com o defesa lateral esquerdo, camisola 40. Atenção agora aqui a possibilidade de perigo para a equipa do Leeds, mas há falta ofensiva. Parece que houve falta de Forshaw. Adam Forshaw joga no meio campo do Leeds. Leif Davis ao lateral esquerdo, ao camisola 40. Mas já conseguimos aqui identificar.
Back in England as well for the Australia, so he played, for example, against Tadcaster.
Marco Hogg deixa ali para Matiello.
Through if it comes out to Davis, who is a long way
Agora
forward.
conseguir a recuperação.
We'll see what Helder Costa can do here, one-on-one with his defender, the new signing Matiello. And a little breakdown in communication, we'll put that one down to. It's been one high up the pitch by Forshaw. Chipintelli got away with that one there, the Cagliari skipper. Not much of a foul on him. The free kick will be taken by Alessio Cragno, the goalkeeper. Go short. So more communication to work on, obviously, for Leeds United. It has obviously, as you know, it hasn't been a massive reworking of the squad by any stretch. New players getting to know each other. Helder Costa, who's come in initially on loan, but there's an obligation to buy in there as well from Wolverhampton. Bielsa against Phillips. Just a throw to the Italians. Italian champions just once in their history, back in 1970. Matiello's throw. Another go. Costa defending. Can't get hold of it though, so Cagliari can win it back again. Christian Oliva, the Uruguayan, that's 17. Chipintelli to Klavan. The Estonian can drive forward. Back out to João Pedro, the Brazilian, and then the left back, Luka Giannis. Phillips to Click, lovely, just a half touch around the corner. The back heel from Click was clever. Helder Costa benefits with a bit of room now to attack in. Davis checks back to Forshaw. Forshaw out to the right wing back, Pablo Hernandez. Got some shape on his cross. Chipintelli clears. And Pavoletti is back, jabbed forward then by Rob to Bielsa. Luka Giannis and João Pedro hits the deck under the challenge of Berardi. Could have an important role to play this season. I think we'll find out against, well, you never know with Bielsa, sometimes he surprises everybody, but there'll be lots of speculation leading up to the Bristol City game for Leeds United to find out exactly who is going to start. Free kick has been given here. A challenge on João Pedro. More words exchanged with Calvin Phillips. Matiello goes back to Cragno. Klavan. Klavan. The elbow raised again, according to João Pedro. He's not enjoying his battle with Phillips so far. Again, complains to the the referee. The home supporters join in with the whistles as well. Oliva pinged that forward first time. You see it, made sure that it stayed in, so Leeds can build from deep again. It's White in the middle, Berardi and Cooper either side. And Davis advanced up the pitch a long way. It's not the best of clearances, and in comes Click to collect this one. Tried to cut it back, and Mattiello read it well. Phillips, though, has won it back. He's won it back cleanly. Forshaw to Pablo Hernandez, and Click into the area, and Click across the face of goal. It's the best football we've seen so far from Leeds United. It's an awful long way wide of that far post. Could just say he was sort of caught in two minds. Could he get back to Bamford or shooting? Roof started down the right side, as I remember rightly, in the game against Manchester United. Obviously, he is out now for 4 weeks. Click played all 46 league games. It's a tough campaign, the Championship, as we all know. He found out, but to be fair to him, came through successfully. Despite the disappointing end to the season from the collective Leeds point of view, of course. There's Forshaw under pressure, and then they spotted perhaps Forshaw collecting that, facing his own goal, and then they sprung forward. The three front players. Leeds take on the challenge, though, and try to play through. It's Oliva who collects it, though, the Uruguayan. Rog takes it on, skips away from Phillips, but there's enough pressure there from Leeds to force them backwards. That will do. And now Ioanidze, and he's lofted one, and the Bielsa effort, and Pavoletti jumping in. Strong jump from him, but lets the Leeds player down on the ground. Bielsa, and Oliva now comes back out again to Lykogiannis. João Pedro. Been interested in taking him away by Atalanta. Here's Ioanidze, the Moldovan. He's managed to get that cross in to Pavoletti, and it will fall here for Bielsa. And Cagliari have taken the lead in Sardinia. Well, you've got to say that was some fine football from the Italians. Just a little bit too much movement here. That was possibly the opportunity to have cleared it for White, but if you just look at the movement from João Pedro, that's what stops White from clearing it. That's what creates the room for Walter Bielsa. Just in case we're in any doubt, Walter Bielsa is the goal scorer for Rolando Maran's side. Leeds have to respond. A foul by Lykogiannis. Well, they're a top division team, Cagliari. Not one of the great names, of course, of Italian football. One of the big spenders, but they've got some good players, lots of experienced players. All of the players involved in that move have certainly been around plenty. Helder Costa has gone across. He'll swing this one in. Ben White is the furthest player over. Bamford hovering offside. It goes short. They work it to Helder Costa to get a crossing position. Pre-season, working a few things out. The cat calls and whistles, sure, from the Italians. And the crowd, of course, these days, if you haven't watched any football this season so far. The goalkeeper's goal kick doesn't have to clear the penalty area before his teammates can start playing, and then the opposition can pile on top of the ball if they want to. This is Cranio. 5 Leeds players advanced, so Cranio just went over the top. It forced Berardi to defend, which has done so successfully. And then he resumes his position on the right of 3 central defenders. Phillips drops in front of them again. Yellow's throw was flicked on by Bielsa. Free kick goes Leeds' way. Forshaw fouled. Pablo Hernandez. Ben White. Get a good look at his distribution skills. That was a good ball, and then Davis into the penalty area, and Bamford made the run across the front of Ragnar Klavan. He's left with a very difficult finish to pull off though there, Bamford. Leeds desperate for Bamford to start hitting the back of the net, as we know he can at championship level, certainly. Did his cruciate knee ligament last September, which obviously affected the rest of the season. Still managed 10 goals. Berardi won the aerial challenge against Pavoletti. Forshaw, first touch on that, the last one off Haralambos Lykogiannis, the Greek left-back. Pedro to Pavoletti, a little bit short for Ionitsa. And it falls for Helder Costa, who swings it forward. Looking for Davis, who made the sprint through the middle. That's an old Bielsa move. The wing-backs being given attacking runs to make them, and not just straightforward ones down the flank. Costa with that interception. Mattiello. Shoved by Phillips. So, score is Cagliari 1, Leeds United 0. Walter Bielsa, the goal scorer. And the free kick taken, and it bounces kindly for Kiko Casilla. Yes, welcome along if you have just joined us on LUTV and 11 Sports. The last pre-season friendly for Leeds United. Some of the players, most of the players on their way back from Australia, but some have come out especially. As we've seen so far, it is a proper challenge, this, for Leeds United. Here's Ben White to Phillips. White again. Skipper Cooper. Forshaw. A disciplined team as well, Cagliari. Pavoletti is the top-paid player, doing the pressing, waiting for the trigger as everybody else. Sure, Bielsa will be interested in the challenge that this is posing for his players. Pavoletti is not particularly well paid. It's publicised this week because they're being linked to Nangolan, the Belgian international, who played at this club before and now is not wanted by Inter. Paid an absolute fortune for him, and he's paid a lot of money, so he's keen to go back to the club where he had a lot of early success in Italy. We haven't got the money. Here's Marco Rob. Got enough money to bring a Croatian international in, and he's gone through the gap, and it will be super save by Kiko Casilla. Well, I was just drawing breath to say it would be a second goal of the game for Leeds de Bielsa. It was good play by Rob, but he did scamper right through the middle of Leeds United there, and a little bit of pressure brought to bear, and it's a corner. Forshaw just feeling the pressure. Bielsa comes across to take it. So replay, good goalkeeping by Kiko Casilla. So Bielsa, the goal scorer, and the Slovenia winger. Left-footed, whipped into the near post. I think it was Forshaw who got there. That's a pass on the back from Kiko Casilla. Blustery night in the south of Sardinia, and a punch away by Leeds Spanish goalkeeper Kiko Casilla. Former Real Madrid goalkeeper. They conceded 7 goals in a friendly against Atletico. There's Liko Giannis preparing to take the throw. You see the Leeds fans in the corner over there, in front of where he's just taken the throw. Helder Costa. Berardi. And Leeds get up the other end with Pablo Hernandez. And it's Patrick Bamford who looks to the heavens. The ball was just too far in front of him. So they've switched around here, Leeds. Pablo Hernandez, I'm pretty certain I'm right, he was playing as a right wing back. Cooper to White to Berardi. Strung out wide across the width of the pitch. So Helder Costa has gone to the right, and Pablo Hernandez to the left, where Davis fits in. Will work out together. Here he is, left side, and he drills it, and it comes back his way. He's got a break there, Leif Davis. Cooper's won it back, no foul. Pablo Hernandez, maybe his role is freer. Bamford tries to get the 1-2 going with Click. Yeah, so I guess it is just Davis still on the left side. And Helder Costa's gone in. Yes, it's just a swap between Helder Costa, who had the freer attacking role, and Pablo Hernandez. So Calvin Phillips over this one. In the 25th minute. Phillips plays it in dangerously. Oh, and it's wide from... He was offside anyway from Cooper. He was the player who was determined to get in there. He went with the outside of the left boot in the end here. Cranio. And then Cagliari, it's not a million miles away from how Leeds play, is it? Prepared to go over the top when necessary. most teams that you watch these days, or most good teams that you watch these days, are initially trying to retain possession. Question of emphasis from there on. Costa switched back to the left again, so quick rethink. Yeah, just a temporary switch, it would seem. Click, or a pre-season experiment going on, of course, which is in essence what we're watching. Here's Helder Costa into the feet of Click again. And a nudge in the back of Leeds' new signing, Helder Costa. One cap, one goal. The Portuguese came through at Benfica. Boy, they have sold some players in the last few years, Benfica. So Phillips with the free kick. Quite close to where he took the last one, then ended up with the Cooper offside effort. And it gets around the back again, and it dips just beyond Ben White. Promising set pieces from Phillips. Chipitelli. Phillips read that really well. Bamford can turn and go forward, and Click now into the penalty area. Chance for Leeds. He tries to find Bamford again. Comes back towards Pablo Hernandez. Jean Pedro, disciplined defending the number 10. Leeds retain it from outside of the penalty area. It's bamboozled themselves there. There's Davis with the step over that Helder Costa didn't read. 28th minute of the game at the Sardinia Arena in Cagliari of Italy's Serie A, the top flight team, leading by a goal to nil. Leeds de Bielsa. A well-constructed goal. I'm sure that from Leeds' point of view, there's big holes in it. I'm sure that Bielsa and his team will be doing just that. Credit as well to a good team in Cagliari. And Berardi to Pablo Hernandez. Click was the target, didn't get that far. Bounces up onto the hand of Leeds de Bielsa. Bamford. Good pressure on. Look at Chipitelli, said his arm was being held by Bamford. Might have forced the decision from the referee. Bamford had successfully won it. There's a free kick against Costa. Stops Federico Mattiello getting forward.
Helder, pegado, pegado, no lo dejes recibir. Pegado, Helder, pegado.
And presumably those are instructions for Helder Costa to keep an eye on Mattiello. There's good pressure here from João Pedro, and João Pedro can cut it into the penalty area. He only had Pavoletti to aim for. Pavoletti's a real pain of a striker, though. He kept the pressure on. João Pedro checks out to Lykogiannis. João Pedro again, the Brazilian. And Bielsa to João Pedro, and back out to Mattiello. And Rog to Lykogiannis, and Bielsa. Good football again from Cagliari, and Lykogiannis puts it in. It's going to be dealt with by Davis. Superbly done by the youngster. And then a free kick, I think, here for the foul by Yellow on the far post. Cagliari 1, Leeds United 0 on the island of Sardinia, the Sardinia Arena. So the pro team, the top flight team on the island. The 31st minute. Cooper to Phillips. Berardi to Pablo Hernandez. Cooper. Oh, the Costa swung that one. It was a tantalising one, trying to give Bamford an opportunity. Fall short to Click. Back to Pablo Hernandez. Bamford. Pavoletti, how far back he is. Not a straightforward number 9. I know I said in style he's an old-fashioned style of centre-forward. It's not his role, though. There's no obvious static target man for the Italians. Davis shows his frustration with himself with the match situation.
Very good, Davis!
Very good, Davis. Cooper to Berardi. Pablo Hernandez, I think just because he's played a role tonight doesn't mean that's a long-term role for him. This kind of player's got the intelligence to try something new. It's a real boon for a manager if you've got a player, if you want to come up with something, a tweak, a little experiment. I mean, it's not a radically new formation or anything, but having a player who you know has got the intelligence to grasp what you're talking about, put his own spin on it, it certainly helps. Helder Costa. Clipped in, punched away, two-fisted by Cranio. Foreshore, back again to Helder Costa. A little dip of the shoulder, he's done well, he got it in low, but there was no one making that run into the near post. Pablo Hernandez comes back out to Click, and he can shoot for goal. It took a deflection of Ionitsa. A corner for Leeds. Costa just had a quick look over his shoulder, see if anyone was making any run towards him. Booming voice shouts, go, go. And if that's to Click. Comes back to Pablo Hernandez, had room to measure across, dropped just a little short. João Pedro heads it away. Here's Foreshore. Promoted with 2 previous clubs, Foreshore with Middlesbrough and Brentford. And Helder Costa, of course, was promoted with Wolverhampton Wanderers. Was he just clipped? Yes, he was. The Italian player was arguing it was just an accidental collision. I think it might have been Marco Rog, the new signing. 2 new signings in Rolando Maran's side this evening for Cagliari. Helder Costa. Be really bold and go for goal here. He's got Cooper and White forward, and Berardi for that matter. All 3 central defenders. Pablo Hernandez. Oh, poor pass by Pablo Hernandez. And Bielsa. And Phillips is back. There's no foul there. Bielsa goes down on his knees and looks at the referee. Leeds go long. Bamford can't win the aerial challenge though. Was surrounded by red and blue shirts. McClarven forward to Pavoletti, who's done well. Quick feet from the big man. And Ionitsa supplies the wide ball. Cagliari looking strong. Berardi's won the challenge. He's got the ball. Marco Rog cut inside. Now Leeds might break. Cagliari committed players forward. Davis to Click. Slowed it down a little bit. And Pablo Hernandez joins in, looking for the movement from Bamford. It was a difficult one. Spun around and found himself that little bit of room. Pablo Hernandez had the ability then to drop it into a tight space, but it did mean he was trying to hit a ball dropping over his shoulder. First time, left-footed on the volley. Ragnar Klavan, 2 seasons at Liverpool, played quite a lot of games. Here's Pablo Hernandez, it's just in front of Click. 37th minute of the game. If you have just joined us, Cagliari are leading by a goal to 0 in this pre-season friendly. Leeds' last one before they take on Bristol City. Welcome to viewers from LUTV and 11 Sports. Line of 4 that time, and one just behind in that Cagliari defensive formation. Nicely worked down that right side, and Click can deliver the ball into the penalty area. And the Costa was jumping, Forshaw. Pablo Hernandez. Nicely done by Pablo Hernandez. Can he get the cross in for the byline? He can. He tried to pull it back to Bamford. Click then goes for goal. And Cranio had to be alert. Closest Leeds have come so far. Stabbed away by Klavan. It was an awkward one for Click to hit. He did well, actually. It was bobbly. Lim Cooper. Berardi. Back again to White. Cooper. Pavoletti. Pressure on White, who allowed him to come, played the pass late. Phillips. It's a way of opening up the space there, and then Forshaw clips it in. Shame. A disappointing end to a decent move there by Leeds. They did find their way through what is a well-organised Cagliari team. It's tiny shove on the back of João Pedro, the 27-year-old Brazilian. Been at the club a long time. There's quite a few of the Cagliari players arrived not long after Rolando Maran arrived. He'd been at Chievo for 4 years, brought a few of his favourites with him. Been in charge of teams for over 650 matches, Maran. So he doesn't have the breadth of experience of Bielsa. He's younger. Bielsa's 64 now, and his birthday last week. And obviously has managed in many different countries and at international level with a couple of different countries as well. But Maran certainly knows the Italian league. 650-odd games. Actually got a losing record, which is unusual for a coach who's been around that long. Usually if you've got a losing record, it means you drop out of the game after some time. But it's the size of the clubs, the expectation levels, therefore, I suppose, realistic. He kept Cagliari up last season. Kept his job. Here's Pablo Hernandez. Just managed to skip away from the two players. A very well-placed cricket shot between Davis and Helder Costa.
David, David, very good, very good, very good.
Davis obviously doing something very pleasing Bielsa. It'll be a technical point, it'll be the movement that he's producing, how high he's staying up the pitch, high and wide. It won't be about winning an individual challenge here or there, or the odd miscontrol. It's interesting because Davis says the number 40 is inside of Helder Costa. Start inventing new positions, or new names for the positions. 42nd minute of the game. Cagliari are leading by a goal to nil. Walter Bursa. Click to Helder Costa. And Phillips. And Davis takes it on. Pablo Hernandez playing through the middle for the moment. Berardi gets down the right, foreshore to Click to Pablo again. There's a little bit of skill from the Spaniard. The referee obviously felt that he didn't really work hard enough to retain possession there against Oliva. And the Uruguayan in possession again, Christian Oliva. At half-time, we hope to be showing you some highlights from our Italian production friends. Of course, we'll have the whole of the second half live as well on LUTV and 11 Sports. It's fair to say there was something wrong with how that move went. Big no booming out. Here's Pablo Hernandez. Got to consider the fact-finding, experimental aspect of pre-season performances, of course. We all want 5-4s and things. We might get that. We'll see how many changes we get in the second half. I vote for not many. The 3 forwards, none of them were high enough up the pitch to challenge for that. And Click around the corner, foreshore. That door's always going to close, doesn't it? There was no way he was getting through that gap to experienced defenders. And Foreshore now, who is the end of the manager's instruction, certainly his name being boomed out across the Sardinia arena. Bursa to Oliva. Now Rog. Jonitsa. And the referee blows for half-time. Good applause from the home supporters and from the Leeds fans in that top corner as well, away to our right. Fascinating first half in which who's gone as well. I guess it's Pavoletti. I can't see him at the moment. Han is North Korean. Many North Korean footballers around the place, around European football. So 1-0. Walter Bielsa, the goal scorer. Leeds, well, they don't have that many options. If you didn't hear, then Leeds have already played a game today. It was a different 11, obviously, because that game was against Girona in Manchester, won by 3 goals to 2. Girona relegated from La Liga last season. I didn't recognise an awful lot of the names in that team, I must say, so I guess there might have been a bit of tweaking, and they've lost some good players as well, Girona, in pre-season. And so here we go with Cagliari. I'd love to confirm exactly how many changes they've made, but we'll figure it out as we go along. Phillips stabs it forward to Click, who played very much as in an attacking role just behind Bamford. Here's Pablo Hernandez. Forshaw down the right side. Again, I'm sure you were with us in the first half, but most of Bielsa's interest was in, as you'd expect from him, the technicalities, the finer points of the detail of the tactics. It is a pre-season friendly after all, obviously. Everyone wants to win a game. There's also a bigger prize, of course, which is being ready for Bristol City. And then Nottingham Forest after that, and Wigan and Brentford and all the rest of the games in what promises to be very difficult to predict championship seasons. Whenever you think of a team will be challenging Leeds, you can think of a reason why they wouldn't. The new coaches involved at the teams who went close. Obviously, 2 strong teams went up in Norwich City, Sheffield United. We'll see how they fare next season. And a free kick swung into the penalty area by Pajac, the Croatian who's come on. This is now Han. Just loses out to Forshaw in the penalty area. Jonica. A good long look at the goal. Decided against it, so Pajac is playing down the left side. And then Phillips, he's been operating in front of a back 3 with a couple of wing backs as well. And Davis, so Leif Davis here, left side, and he cuts it back. Now they want a penalty, and they get a penalty. Well, it was Click who was caught. Davis did superbly well. Got up and into the box as per his instructions. And there was just a little nudge in the back by another one of the half-time subs. That's Filip Bradaric, the midfielder. He's come on, just about his first involvement. There's that subtle touch in the back. And penalty awarded, opportunity for Leeds to get back on level terms again. And all of those goalkeepers we saw ready to come on. It's Cranio still in goal. He played the first half. Change of captain though. Got the captain's armband on upside down. João Pedro. Pablo Hernandez against Cranio. Oh, neatly done. You didn't expect him to panic now, did you? So Pablo Hernandez draws Leeds United level early in the second half. Not quite a spectacular goal at the last friendly, but ended up in the same place. Went the same way as the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper went very early, but Pablo just calmly lifted it over the top of him. There's Cherry. And Pisacani, who's come on. The defender who played that ball forward. An interesting story, had a rare syndrome as a kid, Fabio Pisacani, so all estimates now that he wouldn't be able to go on and become a sportsman, but he's played a career with lots of experience in the top division in Italy. Terrific story, worth a read. We'll see how he gets on in the second half, going into the left of the central defenders. Home supporters say there was. Click plays it forward to Bamford. Loses out to the challenge. The central defender. And Sherry having his shirt held there, but he still managed to spin the ball out wide. Terrific defending though by Leif Davis to get back and get the challenge in. Berardi out to Pablo Hernandez. Helder Costa. Foul by Helder Costa. Oh, yellow card. That was rapidly out from the referee. You see, it's all in the first half. It was not really the kind of booking you would normally get in a pre-season friendly. Pedro. Han. Put forward again by Oliva. Berardi's under some pressure. Put a good ball though to Davis. Referee again says play on. It's Helder Costa this time, and he went over. That's unlucky Pablo Hernandez. I thought he'd done enough to read that and steal in. Said it's Payaks. Left back, the sub at half-time. It's good positive play from him, and now Ionitsa has tipped that one into the penalty area. And the header comfortably saved by Kiko Casilla. Here's Davis. Very young fans have found their voices. Throw to Leeds United, the visitors from Yorkshire, who are trailing, who are on one, of course, who were trailing at half-time. And then a penalty from Pablo Hernandez. Level things up after Klik had been nudged in the back by Bradaric. Now Bamford. Pablo Hernandez just left the mark with his challenge. Then Bamford went flying in on Pisacani. Whips him back to his feet. You'd imagine that it's all about survival again for Cagliari, or sometimes selling your best player, which they did with Barella. You use the money wisely, it can be a catalyst to real improvement next season. We'll see how much of they want. Nangalan, I suspect, not enough to get him. Hernandez arriving, Rog already here and having played the first half. And Bradaric. Nicely worked again, and Helder Costa has to come back and make a challenge, and it's a corner for Cagliari. Put that one down as experimental. Well, they've managed to get the cross in. And Leeds are on the back foot here, and João Pedro with the header down. Dear me, that would have been one of the most bizarre set-piece goals that you've ever seen if you'd made better contact with that header. I don't know how inventive a coach Rolando Moran might be. Convincing me that was part of a plan. Davis and Costa can combine again. Ionitsa. Further rich under some pressure, but they get out, and Payet can launch a counter-attack here for the Sardinians. Miscontrol by Cherry. That's it. And then Bamford, room here for Bamford. He just cut in and go for goal if he chooses to, and now he's cut it back to Pablo Hernandez. And it's landed about 10 flanked up. Well, Bamford could have gone for goal. I think he would argue with some justification that it was a very clear chance in the end for Pablo. And Click turns his back, almost looks embarrassed. A man widely regarded as the best technician in the English Championship last season. And Jack Clark, who wasn't in the Australia leg of the tour, but has been sold and come back to the club, of course, in the course of the summer. Now the break, and Phillips has fouled João Pedro. It's held there, Costa. A man who will cost Leeds in the region of 15 million eventually on an initial loan. He'll definitely be around in the long term. That's the plan for the deal. But Jack Clark comes on. He's been around a little bit. Clark, forget he's only 18. A young player. Involved in the action from the off here. A shot that was deflected behind. Phillips goes across to take the in-swinging corner here for Leeds United, who've got themselves back on level terms. 1-1 in the Sardinia Arena. We'll change the angle. Click to Clark. Well, cleverly done. Squared up the defender. And then Oliveira got away from him. There's confidence in your goalkeeper. Oh, back to Cranio, who cleared. Pablo Hernandez, they drive into the gap here. Very similar to the goal that he scored against Western Sydney, but Cagliari recognised that as well. And the second change of captain of the night, João Pedro, is going off. Cigarini is the player coming on there in the midfield. And Click is off. And Forshaw to Bamford. Phillips. Plenty of pictures shared on social media of the Leeds United supporters enjoying themselves, and I think they'll be pretty happy, certainly with the second half performance. Obviously, Cagliari have got the entire squad at their disposal to bring on in the second half. It's a little bit of disruption from their point of view, but Leeds trying to take advantage of that one. Clark held up. It goes back kindly though for Phillips, and then Forshaw and Berardi. Ball's out of play. Choice of balls for Pablo Hernandez. Back to Forshaw, and Pablo again. Just waited for the challenge from Cigarini to come in, hoping to be able to trick his way back inside. Pablo whipped into the near post, straight back to him, smashes it across, and the goalkeeper's done really well. Now a break is on. Bradaric trying to slot it through the gap for Alberto Cherry. Clark for Leeds. Back to Cooper. Berardi. Held up by Berardi, good play. And then Phillips to White, and again pretty calm in possession, and Forshaw with a little step over, nicely worked by Leeds, but just a little bit too much in the end. Cigarini and Payach, and in it goes, and it should have been a second goal for Cagliari, and he got away there, Alberto Cherry. I think it was Liam Cooper who was nearest to him and flat-footed. He got away. I wonder whether he just gave Cooper a nudge. No complaint though from the Leeds captain. He might have heard something about it if that ended up in the back of the net, given how much room the number 9 had. Leeds on a quick counter-attack and a super save. Clark denied. They can go at this again. Back it goes to Pablo Hernandez. Cigarini with the challenge. More open game. Step over by Forshaw. Wanted a little help from the referee, didn't get it. (1-1) in the Sardinia Arena between Cagliari and Leeds United. Bielsa early on for the Italians, and then the equaliser from the spot by Pablo Hernandez. But Leeds have been strong in the second half. Cherry's lost out. Pablo Hernandez. Davis near to the penalty area. And the referee's the other way. All right for the second challenge, so not the first there. Treatment goes on. The Leeds. Turn around, guys. Not sure what's happening outside. That's more interesting. Davis, I think he's going to be okay to continue. Teenager who's not going to be easily dragged off. They are making the changing goal. Cranio has done well, just beaten from the penalty. So Simone Aresti comes on in his place. So Aresti, experienced goalkeeper, second spell at the club, he's 33. And Pisacane will be coming back on again after his treatment. He's the latest one to take over the armband. And Bogish with the challenge. He's the one penalised. I always wonder when I'm watching a Europa League game how much the referee... I mean, referees are supposed to be able to speak English when they're on the international scene, but obviously the players who speak English got something of an advantage, but sometimes you wonder when you're watching a guy from Eastern Europe trying to communicate with a guy from Iceland or something, how effective it is. Kiko Casilla comes and gets a hand to that. The Sardinia Arena between Cagliari and Leeds. Bielsa and Pablo Hernandez. And Bamford. Isolated there. Great to see Leeds go long into Bamford. And we'll try and chase this one down. Phillips first to it, though, and a little bit of dancing going on, North Korean style from Han. Bradaric. And away by Cooper. Peacock is here. Peacock Farrell, not entirely fully fit. He didn't play in the other game earlier. And he's had Max Johnson in goal the other day, so obviously just a bit of work to do yet before the squad is entirely finalised, perhaps. Bamford goes down, gets the free kick. Said something to the referee. Deals with it quite calmly. A little bit extra competitive. Berardi won't mind too much. There's a little bit of pain there from the challenge made by Bradaric. And there's a long-range effort and a good save. As Phillips had got his head down, decided to try his luck from distance. Superb power in that one, and Aresti just on. A fine bit of goalkeeping. And Pablo Hernandez isolated with one defender. Bogusz scuffed his shot. Here is again the young Pole. 4 short. And Davis, who hung back from the set piece. Calvin Phillips. Berardi steps away from Han, the North Korean. Pablo Hernandez. And Forshaw. Now Bamford wide right. Fancy the first time ball in. Phillips can join in the attack, and now Clark. Forshaw, who tried to turn and was blocked off. Well intercepted by Cooper. Davis to Clark. Nice turn by Cherry. He's got Payat making a break forward here. That was an important interception by Berardi. Sprung to life again there. Cagliari. Bogusz. No foul. Cigarini. was a row in Italy about whether they were going to start the season early or late. And Chini, the national team coach these days, wanted it a week early to give him more preparation, but it looks like it's going to be the last full weekend of the 24th, 25th in August. He'd be unhappy about. We are fortunate, or we get it right, I think, in England, and getting the calendar done earlier. Some countries certainly helps in terms of preparation. It's a longer season at championship level. It's not the same as huge at Premier League level, where they are the same size league as the top leagues in Italy and Spain and France. Here's Ben White. To Clark, who thought about doing it basketball style. Worked again by Leeds United. Forshaw. It's got a very fluid roll. Hand stopped by Berardi. Full-blooded challenge by Luca Cigarini. Here's Pablo Hernandez. Surely having his shirt pulled on the edge of the penalty area there. The Leeds staff on the sideline wondering where the referee was with his whistle. And Phillips now goes in very late and does it's a red card. Oh, a straight red card for Calvin Phillips. Phillips complained, saying it didn't warrant that, just the one challenge. The referee obviously thinking it was a reckless one, and the red card flashed straight out. Well, that will take the headlines. It wasn't a good challenge. I was expecting a yellow to come out straight away. The players are having their say about it. It hasn't gone, it needs to go, really. It was certainly reckless. So one of the subs that he's caught. So Leeds will carry on with 10. Not sure who the boos are for the returning Cagliari player. Or for Phillips as he walked off. So we have changed the game again. Leeds had enjoyed much of the second half. They've been the better team. It's a new test. It's all about learning and taking new experiences.
Patrick, yes. Patrick, you can go. Patrick. Patrick, you, yes. Very good. Very good. Very good now. You can sempre más.
And with a miscontrol, groans from the home supporters who thought they would be able to take advantage there. And this could fall for Cherry, and he gets on top of it. Beaten away by Kiko Casilla. Bamford, good pressure, good running from Patrick Bamford. Just 3 minutes left to play. No matter what you say about pre-season friendlies, Leeds would be happy to come away without losing this game, maybe even winning it. Results do matter, certainly to players. A little mix-up again, and Bamford just telling his own teammate the dummy. And Oresti trying to play from deep and do so successfully. Cigarini goes over the top. Payac will go and play it in, and Casilla gets there first. And Cherry, the centre forward, was the target. I'm not sure at the end what Payac was doing. Did he try and cushion that down for his teammates? Croatian almost able to find his fellow substitute. And that little test for Oresti with a long-range effort. Won the ball well there, stepping out from the back. On loan defender, a little bit of wrestling going on. Payac got away with it, his part certainly in it. Bradaric comes out to Cherry again, and he tries to roll it in towards Han, who goes down to the challenge of Cooper. There's a big gap on this left side as the 10 men of Leeds can try and take advantage. It's Clark into the area. Bamford is arriving, and that's the end of the move. And then Clark just miscontrolled. Augustin jumping into the challenge. Cagliari looking to try and win this game with their man advantage. And they get a free kick against the Leeds free kick, isn't it? Yes. Ben White fouled by Luca Cigarini. It's Oliva who is going off. Should be Ricardo Doratiotto coming on. So time is up, we're into added time at the end of the game, 1-1. And the 10 men of Leeds grab something. Duncan tries a little something, they've done well to win the ball here. Bogusz into the penalty area, just a goal kick. Just wondered for a second if he could draw a foul. Pole as he ran into the box there. Here's Payax. Want to win this game. Cagliari, did he keep that ball in play? Yes, he did. Right, he goes in. Not the friendliest of friendlies, this one, is it? I don't know when it's a friendly because he's rolled himself off the pitch. He's in a bit of trouble here. Marko Pajac came on at half-time, the Croatian. Let's hope he's okay. Yes, they've just been called over. The referee might just be asking Bielsa to ask his players to calm down a little bit. So it's got time up though. And Cherry tries to create another opportunity. It's cut back and cleared. Cherry's header, Casilla doesn't come. Judge said okay. Actually, the Spanish goalkeeper took it on the bounce. You're old enough to remember when you didn't know how much stoppage time there was. Taking you back, this. It's nice to know. Pablo Hernandez into Matheus Bogusz. He goes down and the referee does blow the full-time whistle this time. Honours even then at the Sardinia Arena. And a good performance, particularly second half by Leeds United. Admittedly, Cagliari had made more changes by then, Leeds perhaps benefiting from a more consistent team selection in the second half. But some of these players have had a long trip in the last few days on the way back from Australia, so plenty of encouraging signs there for Bielsa and his players. Pablo Hernandez, that little dicked penalty was the second half equalised after Walter Bielsa had put the Serie A team in front in the first period. Some encouraging performances. All ahead, of course, of the big one, the one that matters for Leeds United against Bristol City in August, the